My friends, welcome back. Howard Riell Truth. It's Thursday, and the hits just keep on coming. The hypocrisy just keeps on coming. Item from Politico. A Democratic congresswoman laced into Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi on Wednesday, suggesting the top House Democrat, quote, set women back and, quite frankly, our party back decades, unquote, by failing to more forcefully confront allegations of sexual harassment by veteran Democratic Representative John Conyers. Speaking to reporters at the Capitol, Representative Kathleen Rice of New York said Pelosi's appearance on Meet the Press on Sunday, when she raised questions about the accounts of Conyers' accusers and described the Michigan Democrat as an icon, ceded the party's moral high ground on sexual harassment issues, especially because one of Conyers' accusers is bound by a non-disclosure agreement. I think that her comments on Sunday set women back and, quite frankly, our party back decades, said Rice, who's advocating for legislation that would expose a slew of hidden taxpayer-funded settlements for sexual harassment by lawmakers and aides. Unquote. My friends, it gets even worse than that. This woman was referring to Nancy Pelosi supporting John Conyers, and today Nancy Pelosi is calling for John Conyers to resign. So Nancy Pelosi herself is a political whore, a liar, and a hypocrite. She should have been put out with the trash on the sidewalk years ago. His related piece from Breitbart, Representative John Conyers, Democrat, Michigan, has been hospitalized in Detroit. And a consultant who works with the lawmaker said it's because of stress caused by alleged media assault following multiple women saying he sexually harassed them. Unquote. So the Conyers people object to a media assault, whatever that is, but it's okay when Conyers allegedly physically assaulted women who were afraid of his power. Click on Detroit reported that Conyers' office confirmed the hospitalization but did not give the name of the hospital or the reason he was admitted. Unquote. My friends, we know that Conyers is a sleaze, okay? So this business about him being in the hospital, A, it might be a dodge. He might just be saying he's in the hospital to get away from cameras and reporters. Or B, it might be that the pressure of all this negative publicity about what a pervert he is, allegedly, has really wrecked his health because he's so old, because he's been in the Congress for 52 years, which in and of itself is an utter disgrace and a sham. No one should be in a position of power in the United States government for that long, not even close to that long. From start to finish, Conyers is a disaster, and the sooner he's gone, the better this country will be.
Children, even Olympic athletes the world over have discovered Bio Superfood from BioAge.com. And now it's just one nutritional supplement instead of the Bio Superfood formulas are whole food products composed with four of the most nutrient-dense algae found on Earth. Bio Superfood for the brain helps with focus, memory, liver, and mood. If you can increase brain health, the rest of the body is a no-brainer. Zero, ability, and advanced. Learn more and order your Bio Superfood formulas at BioAge.com. Spelled BioAge.com. Bio.com. Or call 9116. BioAge. Energy the same. Go get. Areas. Rely on the sun to help make self-reliant for your power. Over for detail. Complete power independence back to power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on the long health, but we have extensive experience with utilities for access as well. A specific capabilities out of taking all the way to scale out. Great Plains Power is a full service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom design systems, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience, let us know what your power concerns will hold. Just by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-9963. Go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
All right, my friends, welcome back to Riell Truth. I am still Howard Riell, and we have got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Trump tweeting to Theresa May, the Prime Minister of Great Britain. She responds, Trump responds. The whole thing has the makings of a dust-up, but not really. Here's Ann Coulter talking about it.
Many follows 45 people on Twitter.
No, my friends, this guy is a jackass, and here's why. If the person in the video wasn't a migrant, he was the son of a migrant. Either way, he's not native to the country. He came here from the Muslim third world, and so he's a menace. England is parsing words while it's being eaten alive by jihad. And this horse's ass is parsing words. My friends, that's why I love Ann Coulter. Not only is she brilliant, but she will put her leg up someone's ass when they try and spin fake news, fake conclusions, parse words, put words in her mouth. She won't have it. The Western society has been brought low by ignoramuses who parse words, who try and play games. Innocent men, women, and children are being raped and killed, and this horse's ass host of the show in Britain is parsing words, playing games. What Britain will not do is get a handle on the cancer that's killing it, Middle Eastern immigrants, including second-generation immigrants. That Britain won't do. But he'll try and browbeat Ann Coulter. He picked on the wrong chick. She will not be browbeaten. In fact, she made him look like a bitch. We'll be right back.
And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution. Elizabeth Locker found that Elizabeth reminds us that the first problem is well done. We know our kids will be appropriate to be. We want to applaud the youngsters in our community who have had the strength to say no to drugs. They provide examples to their peers and families to be the best they can be. That's from Elizabeth Locker plant located at 366 Grand Street in Elizabeth, serving our area since 1943 and specializing in natural life, HB, and complete custom process. Call 303-688-2240. That's 303-688-2240. Piccolo's restaurant in Denver reminds us that over 750,000 children were reported missing last year. Over 58,000 of these were abducted by non-family members. Keep an eye out for youngsters at play. If you see anything suspicious, contact the authorities immediately. This message from Piccolo's restaurant in Denver. It's not only the best Italian thing, it's the people who care. Give them a call at 303-757-5156. 303-757-5156. Piccolo.
Hi guys, welcome back to Riell Truth. Howard Riell, Ann Coulter really socked it to that British host. Here are two people who are equally as brilliant as Ann Coulter, and neither of them needs to be put in his place because they're both in the right place. Sean Hannity, Newt Gingrich from yesterday. Go.
What's that problem about Reagan? Many of these are the same people that supported Bill Clinton's appeasement policies, but we can bribe our way towards a peace for peace on earth.
If I may interrupt the esteemed speaker, rather than coming up with systems to shoot missiles out of the air, why don't we simply demolish North Korea? I know China's next door, but China's not doing anything. And China will realize that we cannot allow ourselves to have nuclear weapons pointed at us. We need to seriously damage North Korea so that they can't launch a nuclear weapon. Does that make any sense?
If you try to kill a person in the air, you try to kill them down in space, and then you try to kill them when it comes down. That gives you, if you do it right, it probably gives you 20 or 30 shots at this thing. And you should be able to build a system. And there's a pretty high likelihood of doing that.
And another reason that everybody is sort of rocked with the brother allegations in Washington of the middle road of Matt Ryan and Garrison Florida, Franklin and Congress, prepare present budget for the U.S. Finally, I think the Republican Party now, the next 3 weeks, their guys will get in the Senate. And that is to really confirm half of the president's appointments in a year. That is an unbelievably low number. Mitch McConnell has widely complained about excessive expectations and never got their 7.5-year promise of repealing a police law. How confident are you that this next step bill is actually going to pass and we're going to the conference that President Obama is going to go Christmas?
I would say 80 or 90% confident.
Yes, I am not that confident. Well, this is why, because I don't know.
Now you're going to actually convince you. You have to have that.
No, I don't need to convince me because I feel like better. I mean, let's just feel the truth.
And everything I actually just say to God is to say, I need to thank you. I want to get a hold of the grace of God more tonight. And I want to thank you ready in the public night to the entire country. I want to take care of my holiday.
Well, sounds good. I hope you noticed in your interview that I think that we're not doing what I usually do.
Anyway, I just want to apologize to the entire audience. I didn't feel like I able to find it.
This is the good one. I took a picture of this and I do it with you next time. The other side of this break. And as we continue to look through it, amazing how some of these different benefits.
I'm most likely to have the tax code is that I think depending on the careless the fact of the Obamacare, which is that the legislative process comes down to 50 senators plus the vice president and 218 House members. And the president's signature. If you can't find a way, it's another thing. If you can't find a way to get to 50 plus the vice president, and you can't find a way to get to 218, you're not going to get it out. Tell you what, and you're not going to listen to this. Congress, idealistic there in history, and if you can't get those numbers right, you lose. President said yesterday when I was asked about Senator Corker's proposal that they have a target, they have a trigger to 5 or 6 years on it. If they don't get enough economic growth, then they have a trigger, etc. I said, well, I don't think we like it, but if that's what it takes to get the done, then I'm fine. But that is the right answer, because you don't want to say, I'm going to kill the bill I ever saw, 6 years from now. What you can do between now and 6 years from now, plus I think you don't get the growth numbers as well as 7, but I get 3.2 right the tax cut. So we have a good chance here, and the way the president's coming on the planet, by the way, creating American jobs, putting contracts on, country after country. There's a lot of underlying momentum over there. So I think what they've done, they set down bullion rate of Senator Collins, so very specific to the Senate, they said to her, how about we're making out a $2 billion a year on health care, and we bring up in the Senate, we'll pass it. She said, look, that's not satisfied my primary concern. She did, but there's a much more personal, much more legislative process thing. And so I think that they're on the way. We could try to make sure we have a 2 majority and a 3-vote margin. Anything can happen, but I just sense that they're close to it. But they also found out in the appointments right, right? The probability they say, okay, and we'll change the trial. And I think they have a bill that says, if you're sitting in a filibuster or a nominee, it takes 30 hours before you get to the vote. And he said, they don't know what these things, that what's happening is the Republicans are getting tougher. Instead of trying to appease the Democrats, they're standing up to them. Now, that, in my career, I have never seen this level of toughness among Republicans in the Senate.
All right, we're going to have to leave it go there. I'm glad you're feeling better, Mr. Speaker. It was good to see you the other night. By the way, you see the picture of me on the New York Times Sunday, Matt?
Yeah, I don't care about the picture of you, Sean. I care about Republicans getting a little bit tough, a little bit smart, and putting the Democrats in their place. The Democrats are sitting and doing nothing to make this country better. It's an important thing to say in the state of Colorado, which went for Hillary to its everlasting shame. Democrats are doing zero to help this country. So you've got to be brain dead or intoxicated to vote Democrat anymore. Item. From Fox News, as the number of women claiming Matt Lauer was sexually inappropriate has grown to as many as 8, NBC is denying that its execs know about his alleged indiscretions, knew about them until a meeting earlier this week. The most horrifying episode allegedly involving Lauer involves a woman who told the Times that Lauer had intercourse with her in his office at NBC's headquarters until she passed out and had to be seen by a nurse. She described the circumstances to the Times as an assault. Another woman told Variety Lauer had gifted her a sex toy with a graphic description, while another said he exposed himself to her in his office, which reportedly had a door that locked via a button under his desk. A video also surfaced of Lauer telling Meredith Vieira to, quote, keep bending over like that, unquote, back in 2006. Unquote. Item. From The Hollywood Reporter, the screenwriter of Rachel Getting Married and The Mummy, and the daughter of filmmaker Sidney Lumet, details a terrifying encounter with a legendary music producer, Russell Simmons, who says he's stepping down from his businesses in the wake of the new claims. Simmons, a prolific music and TV producer and co-founder of Def Jam Recordings, was accused of sexual assault and harassment by model Kerry Clausen-Kaligi in a November 19th article in the LA Times. Simmons then denied the incident in a letter published November 22nd by The Hollywood Reporter. The letter prompted Jenny Lumet, award-winning screenwriter, the daughter of filmmaker Sidney Lumet, the granddaughter of singer-activist Lena Horne, to pen a response detailing her own experience with Simmons. Unquote. Now, my friends, black, white, doesn't matter. People who harass women sexually are scum. And if it's Russell Simmons, or if it's Al Franken, or if it's Conyer, or if it's Harvey Weinstein, it doesn't matter. It crosses all racial, religious, ethnic borders. These people have got to be gotten rid of. Shame on Nancy Pelosi, rather, for trying to defend John Conyers instead of saying immediately that he should get the hell out of the Congress. All right, we'll take a break and we'll come back, my friends. More Real Truth. That much I promise.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips, founder of the Green Earth. How many times have you gone into a health food store and are confused as to the many different brands and prices of the same herbal supplements? You want to buy the cheapest, you're afraid the quality is less, so you buy the most expensive. Truth is, the cheapest may be better. Green Earth herbal supplements are all manufactured in our Wheat Ridge, Colorado plant at 4565 Kipling Street, using the highest quality herb that we source from all over the world. Our 150 different herbal supplements are the most potent and safest in America. Our guarantee is your money back, no time limit. Just return the bottle empty or full, no questions asked. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Genesis Health, or call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372.
Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirit, whether they are God, because many false prophets have gone into the world. By this you will know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Yeshua, Jesus, has come in the flesh is of God, and every spirit that does not confess that Yeshua, Jesus, has come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, which you have already heard was coming and is now already in the world. 1 John 4:1.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. This is the America News Network.
Chaplain Collins LLC salutes our emergency first responders for their professionalism, commitment, and bravery. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us with little or no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifice they made for our freedom. This message is from Chaplain Collins LLC, the two locations in Denver and Fort Hall, serving the community for over 13 years. Visit them online at chaplaincollins.com.
If catastrophe struck, would your family be prepared? Are you confident you wouldn't react in a panic? Is there one place to get all of your emergency supplies? Ferris Survival encourages you to have confidence through preparation, not panic through crisis. Ferris Survival, located at 3366 South Broadway, is a professional, reputable, full-service business providing quality, realistic preparedness supplies at an affordable price. Go online, stop by, or call 303-781-0343. Ferris Survival.
All right, guys, welcome back. This next video is a little different. You remember Milo Yiannopoulos. He is the gay conservative author, speaker. He's caused all kinds of service at Berkeley. They did everything they could to keep him out, and they did. Here he's at an event, and he's being confronted by a young woman who calls herself a Muslim. In fact, a Muslim activist. Turns out she is about as stupid as a bag of rocks, and she's about to be picked apart by Milo Yiannopoulos. And it's very instructive to listen to, so let's listen to it. So let's unpack this a little bit. There is no Muslim country on the planet that operates the way she says, but she will defend Islam. Because maybe in the future there will be a new country, a new Muslim country, where utopian rules will apply and Muslims will be like pussycats. Clearly the woman is a moron, and she's being schooled not only in reality by Yiannopoulos, but in Islam. He knows much more about the religion than she does, and she claims to be a Muslim. So this woman is a total ignoramus about the religion that she claims to embrace. She doesn't know the first thing about this. Yiannopoulos is a gay Christian. I'm an Orthodox Jew. We both know this. And she, the Muslim, is clueless. Or is she just lying?
Extremely unbeliever. I'll go on to...
So she's the kind of Muslim who says terrorism is wrong. Okay. You might be able to fill a room with Muslims like that. And because there is a tiny, tiny percentage of Muslims like that, she would throw all the doors open to every Muslim in the world. So this woman isn't only as stupid as a pile of manure, she's very, very dangerous. Because that door that she wants to throw open to let Muslims flood into Western countries, will result in God knows how many rapes, murders, terrorist acts, other crimes. She is a liberal nitwit. She is a Muslim ignoramus. And she's very, very dangerous. And I applaud Milo Yiannopoulos for setting her straight. I was going to say for teaching her about her own religion. I don't get the sense this chick is learning anything. As the talk goes on, she's getting more and more angry. When you're angry, you're not learning. If she would learn about her own religion, she wouldn't argue on behalf of it, number one. And two, she might just get herself the hell out of it. I've never understood why anyone, let alone women, want to embrace the Quran. She must be dumb, like no one's business. And I'm grateful to Milo Yiannopoulos. In fact, I think I've got Milo in the next video, in the next segment of the show. He's a brilliant guy. He's a conservative guy. He's must listening. The next video, he's going to be in Australia, and he's going to be talking to an Australian feminist. Now, feminists are also a group of people not generally noted for their high IQs. And so Milo Yiannopoulos is going to make mincemeat of a whole panel full of liberals, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Take a break for a couple of minutes. We'll be right back. More Real Truth.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. He was in the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. But as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 10 through 13. The American Freedom Network is not funded or supported by special interest groups or government programs. The American Freedom Network is not sponsored by advertisers demanding content or programming control. The American Freedom Network is solely funded by you, the listener. Please help keep the American Freedom Network on the air by purchasing one of our sponsored fine products or by calling 1-800-205-6245 to make a donation. The American Freedom Network needs your help. American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown reminds parents, keep an eye on your child while shopping. Children tend to stray or become lost. This poses an opportunity for a would-be abductor. Please make every effort to keep track of your little ones at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown. For residential or commercial window tinting, call 303-263-4228.
Milo Yiannopoulos in Australia. He's coming over via video. He's got a panel of people interviewing him, and he's about to teach all of them what's what. Let's listen.
Well, I'm a free speech activist, so sometimes I say outrageous things.
So what this interviewer is doing, this liberal interviewer, she's throwing out these slanders as if they're fact when they're not fact. She says Yiannopoulos is spreading hate. What kind of, that's a ridiculous thing to say. How are you defining it? She says that his supporters are doing X, Y, Z. I have never seen him handing out cards so we can know exactly who is a supporter of his. She's spewing liberal nonsense. She's attempting to inject fake news. And Milo, to his credit, will have none of it. You continue this hate. This is supposed to be a journalist. This is a leftist idiot in Australia. Because you continue this hate. What hate? What are you talking about? What are you defining as hate? And how are you defining as hate? And instead of asking whether or not he's spreading hate, you're simply stating it like it's a fact. Now, I don't know what this woman did. She's an attractive woman. What she did to get this job. But clearly it wasn't go to journalism school. I'll answer that question, Milo. She's saying it because she's got nothing substantive to say. She's not making a reasoned, intelligent argument. She's just putting her frustration on display. Because she's a liberal, and you're showing that liberals are jackasses, and she has no real response, and so she's just getting angry and trying to strike out at you. That's what's going on. I love it when intelligent conservatives make liberals look like children. Because you know what? Liberals are children. Let's take a break and we'll wrap it up for the week. Go nowhere.
Article 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the places to be searched and the person or thing to be seen.
The Lord makes the counsel of the nations to nothing. He makes the plans of the people of no effect. The counsel of the Lord stands forever, the plans of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation whose God is the people he has chosen as his own inheritance. Psalm 33, verses 10 through 12.
Chaplain Collins LLC salutes our emergency first responders for their professionalism, commitment, and bravery. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us with little or no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifice they made for our freedom. This message is from Chaplain Collins LLC, with 2 locations in Denver and Fort Collins, serving the community for over 14 years. This is online at chapelcollins.com.
Piccolo's restaurant in Denver reminds us that over 750,000 children were reported missing last year. Over 58,000 of these were abducted by non-family members. Keep an eye out for youngsters at play. If you see anything suspicious, contact the authorities immediately. This message from Piccolo's restaurant in Denver. It's not only the best Italian and Mexican would be, it's the people who care. Give them a call at 303-757-5166. 303-757-5166. Piccolo.
4 minutes of Real Truth left in the week. Let's use an item from thecollegefix.com. Dateline, San Marcos, California. A whiteness forum at Cal State San Marcos on Tuesday prominently displayed 14 poster boards detailing different ways in which students say whiteness in America oppresses people of color in society. For 15 years and going strong, this annual forum has taken place as a part of Professor Dreama Moon's Communication of Whiteness course, the scholar said as she kicked off the 2-hour event inside a large multi-purpose room. A banner hung at the front of the room indicating the Whiteness Forum is about, quote, reflecting on white privilege and racism, unquote. As part of the class, students teamed up to create 14 different posters that aim to illustrate different ways whiteness is allegedly oppressive. Among the topics students broached, mental health services favor whites, media coverage is biased against people of color, Hollywood stereotyping, racism in the military, real estate practices that favor whites, according to their projects, unquote. So my friends, this professor, Dreama Moon, is teaching her students how to be racists. The whole forum is racism. It's hate, it's envy, it's jealousy, it's self-imposed victimhood, it's crap. Item from Breitbart. Army veteran Stephanie Kemplin told left-wing CNN Thursday that Senator Al Franken groped her breast in 2013 while the two of them took a photo together. At the time, Kemplin was stationed in Kuwait during the Iraq War. The married Franken was on a USO tour. Quote, when he put his arm around me, he groped my right breast. He kept his hand all the way over on my breast, Kemplin told CNN. I've never had a man put their arm around me and then cut my breast, so he was holding my breast on the side, unquote. She said Franken held his hand there for at least 5 to 10 seconds. Kemplin is now the 5th woman to accuse the Democrat of touching her inappropriately. All 4 of Franken's previous accusers also claim that the groping occurred while taking a photograph with a disgraced senator. One of the women, though, Leanne Tweeden, was asleep when the groping occurred, also during a USO tour. Item. From UPI, former Today host Matt Lauer has released a statement to apologize for the sexual misconduct allegations that led to NBC firing him Wednesday. Quote, there are no words to express my sorrow and regret for the pain I've caused others by words and actions. To the people I have hurt, I am truly sorry, Lauer said. As I am writing this, I realize the depth of the damage and disappointment I left behind at home and at NBC. Some of what's being said about me is untrue or mischaracterized, but there is enough truth in these stories to make me feel embarrassed and ashamed. I regret that my shame is now shared by the people I cherish dearly, unquote. My friends, Matt Lauer is a scum. I'm not sure we need any more explanation than that. Item from Breitbart, the Clinton Foundation, quote, vastly understated support that the Clinton Global Initiative received from APCO Worldwide, a global communications firm that lobbied on behalf of Russia's state-owned nuclear company. John Solomon and Allison Spann report on the Hill. The Clinton Foundation's donor disclosure site lists APCO's donations as between $25,000 and $50,000. However, the Hill's own investigation of internal documents and interviews with sources reveal that APCO, quote, provided hundreds of thousands of dollars in pro bono services and in-kind contributions to the Clinton Global Initiative between 2008 and 2016. Item from The Sun, the Muslim populations in countries across Europe could triple by 2050. My friends, I hate to leave you on that note, but I've got to. Have yourselves a good weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay angry. Hasta luego.